Clash.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Johnny Eldritch, and I'm the host of Iconoclash. Tonight, we move beyond backstabbing and bickering and sink our teeth into bloodier beef. Like Dana White dodging a fighter's pay raise, I'll steer you through the ins and outs of a grudge match that shook the UFC to its core. Brock Lesnar versus Frank Mir. This slab of heavyweight hate is pure, unscripted smackdown. So grab your mouth guards out of your jockstrap and pop them in, because we're about to ring the bell on this bone-crunching brawl. Make sure to stick around for the finish, where I'll end the episode. 2008. The UFC's heavyweight division is a wild west of jacked-up giants and submission savants. Brock Lesnar, a 6'3", 265-pound former WWE behemoth, is a freak athlete with an extensive wrestling pedigree and a neck thicker than a tractor tire. He's fresh off a pro wrestling run, looking to prove he's more than a sports entertainment stuntman. Frank Mir, a Las Vegas-born jiu-jitsu whiz, is a former UFC heavyweight champion, known for snapping limbs like twigs. These two are oil and water. Brock's a human bulldozer. Mir's a technical trap setter. And their feud becomes a pay-per-view selling inferno that still has fans buzzing. The bad blood ignites at UFC 81, February 2nd, 2008, Brock's Octagon debut. Mir, coming off injuries and a rough patch, faces a hyped-up Lesnar who's got just one pro MMA fight under his belt, a win against Min-Soo Kim. Brock storms in like a buffalo on Red Bull, slamming Mir to the mat in under 10 seconds. But Mir's no rookie. He weathers the storm, catching Brock in a knee bar from half guard and forces a tap out at a minute 30. Referee Steve Mazzagati's controversial call for illegal strikes gave Mir a breather, but the win's legit, earning him submission of the night. Brock's pissed, and the post-fight vibe is colder than a Minnesota winter. Mir later tells MMA Fighting he saw Brock as green and easy to bait, while Brock, per ESPN, vows to smash that cocky smirk. Fans still argue over Mazzagati's call, with some calling it a robbery, and others saying Brock gassed himself out. Round 2 comes at UFC 100, July 11th, 2009. A PPV juggernaut with 1.6 million buys. Brock, now UFC heavyweight champion after mauling Randy Couture, is out for revenge. Mir, the interim champ after TKOing Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira, gets mouthy, saying on MMA Junkie he wants to break Brock's neck and make him the first to die in the Octagon. The usually stoic Lesnar rightfully takes that personal, telling ESPN Frank's gonna eat those words. Well, the fight's a massacre. Brock smothers Mir chest to chest in half guard, raining down hammer fists like Thor taking out his rap rage on a pair of new helmet wings sealed in a clamshell blister pack. Got that? Mir's face is a swollen mess by round 2, and Brock's ground and pound TKO at 148 seals the deal. Post-fight, rather than keeping it professional, Brock cuts a promo on Mir, who's still on the canvas. He flips off the crowd, screams "Talk all the shit you want now, motherfucker" at Mir, and rants about drinking Bud Light and getting on top of his wife. Dana White was furious, but the chaos makes UFC 100 legendary, opening the door for some of the more colorful in-ring interviews to come.
Derek, why'd you take your pants off? My balls was hard.
Some fans call the moment peak Brock, or Mir's humbling. With some joking, Frank had a horseshoe up his ass, and Brock beat him with it. The feud's aftermath is a lingering bruise. Fans clamor for a trilogy, but it never happens. Mir wanted it, telling a 2017 radio show he'd love to settle the score, while Brock, sidelined by diverticulitis and a 2011 loss to Cain Velasquez, dips back to WWE. By 2025, the rivalry passes on to their daughters. Bella Mir, Frank's 3-0 MMA prodigy, calls out Brock's daughter Maya Lesnar, a shot-put NCAA champ with no cage experience, for a legacy war to finish what her dad started. Bella, a 2025 U23 wrestling champ, tells MMA Fighting Dana would 100% book it. Maya, focused on track, hasn't bitten, but social media buzz hypes it as either the fight to save women's bantamweight or a gimmick too far. Money's a sore spot too. Mir reveals on MMA Fighting he made just $45,000 for UFC 100, while Brock pocketed $400,000, exposing UFC's pay gap. So, where does that leave us? Brock's semi-retired, but makes a shock return at WWE's SummerSlam 2025. Mir's coaching Bella and prepping for a final UFL fight. The trilogy talk fizzled, but Bella's call-out keeps the feud's ghost alive, with essentially sports hyping a potential Mir-Lesnar daughter clash. Without that definitive rubber match, you've got some fans who say Brock owned Mir at UFC 100, and others who argue Mir's submission win proves he's the better technician. Neither fighter was blameless either. Mir's pre-fight trash talk was reckless, while Brock's post-fight rant was unhinged. Again, it seems to be the fans that lose, and never getting that third fight. Let's go, Feud Fiends. Drop your takes in the comments. Was Mir's submission a fluke, or did Brock just overpower a one-trick pony? Should Bella and Maya throw down, or is that one cash grab over the line? That's all for today. Join us next time when we dissect another star-studded spat that'll make you glad you're not famous. Have a good day, or emerge naked from the bushes to take your mailman to Suplex City. It's your choice.
Like us, subscribe to us, submit to us. Until next time, Feud Fiends, this has been Iconoclash.